Chapter 51. Characteristics of the hypocrites and rulings concerning them. Sayyid B. Arqam reported, "We set out on a journey along with Allah's Messenger, in which we faced many hardships. Abdullah B. Ubayd said to his friends, 'Do not give what you have in your possession to those who are with Allah's Messenger until they desert him.' Zubair said, 'That is the reciting of that person who recited as Min Hawlahu from around him, and the other reciting is Man Hawlahiyah who are around him. And in this case, when we would return to Medina, the Honorable would drive out the meaner therefrom.' LXIV 8. I came to Allah's Apostle and informed him about that, and he sent someone to Abdullah B. Ubay, and he asked him whether he had said that or not. He took an oath to the fact that he had not done that, and told that it was Said who had stated a lie to Allah's Messenger. Said, "I was much perturbed because of this until this verse was revealed attesting my truth. When the hypocrites come, LXII 1, Allah's Apostle then called them in order to seek forgiveness for them, but they turned away their heads as if they were hooks of wood fixed in the wall. LXII 4. And they were in fact apparently good-looking persons." Jabir reported Allah's Apostle came to the grave of Abdullah B. Ubay, brought him out from that, placed him on his knee, and put his saliva in his mouth, and shrouded him in his own shirt, and Allah knows best. Jabir B. Abdullah reported that Allah's Messenger came to the grave of Abdullah B. Ubay as he was placed in that. The rest of the hadith is the same. Ibn Umar reported that when Abdullah B. Ubay B. Salul died, his son Abdullah B. Ubay came to Allah's Messenger and begged him that he should give him his shirt, which he would use as a coffin for his father. He gave him that. He then begged that he should conduct funeral prayer for him. Allah's Messenger had hardly got up to observe the prayer for him that Umar stood up and caught hold of the garment of Allah's Messenger and said, "Allah's Messenger, are you going to conduct prayer for this man, whereas Allah has forbidden you to offer prayer for him?" Thereupon Allah's Messenger said, "Allah has given me an option, as he has said, you may beg pardon for them, or you may not beg pardon for them. And even if you beg pardon for them 70 times, IX 80, and I am going to make an addition to the 70. He was a hypocrite, and Allah's Messenger offered prayer for him, and Allah the Exalted and Glorious revealed this verse, do not offer prayer for any of them, for any one of them at all, and do not stand upon their graves for offering prayer over them. IX 84. This hadith has been narrated on the authority of Abdullah with the same chain of transmitters, but with this addition. He then abandoned offering funeral prayer for them. Ibn Masud reported that there gathered near the house 3 persons, amongst whom 2 were Qurayshi, and 1 was a Taqafi, or 2 were Taqafis, and 1 was a Qurayshi. They lacked understanding, but wore more flesh, One of them said, "Do you think that Allah hears as we speak?" The other one said, "He does hear when we speak loudly, and he does not hear when we speak in undertones." And still the other one said, "If he listens when we speak loudly, he also listens when we speak in undertones." It was on this occasion that this verse was revealed. "You did not conceal yourselves lest your ears, your eyes, and your skins would stand witness against you." XLI 22. This hadith has been narrated on the authority of Abdullah through another chain of transmitters. Said bin Thabit reported that Allah's apostle set out for Uhud. Some of those persons who were with them came back. The companions of Allah's apostle were divided in two groups. One group said, "We would kill them," and the other one said, "No, this should not be done." And it was on this occasion that this verse was revealed. Why should you then be two parties in relation to hypocrites? IV 88. This hadith has been narrated on the authority of Shuba with the same chain of transmitters. Abu Sa'id Khudri reported that during the lifetime of Allah's Messenger, the hypocrites behaved in this way, that when Allah's apostle set out for a battle, they kept themselves behind, and they became happy that they had managed to sit in the house, contrary to the act of Allah's Messenger. And when Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, came back, they put forward excuses and took oath and wished that people should love them for the deeds which they had not done. It was on this occasion that this verse was revealed. Think not that those who exalt in what they have done, and love to be praised for what they have not done, think not them to be safe from the chastisement, and for them is a painful chastisement. III 18. Humayd B. Abd al-Rahman B. Auf reported that Marwan said to Rafi, his chamberlain, that he should go to Ibn Abbas and ask him, "If every one of us be punished for his being happy upon his deed, and for his being praised for what he has not done, nobody would be saved from the torment." Ibn Abbas said, "What do you have to do with this verse?" It has been in fact revealed in connection with the people of the book. Then Ibn Abbas recited this verse. When Allah took a covenant from those who had been given the book, you shall explain it to people and shall not conceal this. III 186. And then Ibn Abbas recited this verse. Think not that those who exalt in what they have done and love to be praised for what they have not done. III 186. Ibn Abbas further said, Allah's apostle asked them about something, and then they concealed that, and they told him something else, and they went out and they thought that they had informed him as lie, had asked them, and they felt happy of what they had concealed as lie. Qais reported, I said to Amr, what is your opinion about that which you have done in case of your siding with Hadrat Ali? Is it your personal opinion or something you got from Allah's messenger?" Ammar said, "We have got nothing from Allah's messenger," which people at large did not get. But Hudayfa told me that Allah's apostle had especially told him amongst his companion that there would be 12 hypocrites, out of whom 8 would not get into paradise until a camel would be able to pass through the needle hole. The ulcer would be itself sufficient to kill 8, so far as 4 are concerned. I do not remember what Shuba said about them. Qais b. Ubad reported, "We said to Ammar, 'Was your fighting on the side of Ali in the battle of Siffin a matter of your own choice, or you got its hints from Allah's messenger? For it is likely for one to err in one's own discretion. Or was it because of any covenant that Allah's messenger got from you?' He said, 'It was not because of any covenant that Allah's messenger got from us, which he did get from other people.' And he further said that Allah's messenger said, 'In my ummah,' and I think that Hudayfa reported to me, and according to Gundar, the words are that he said, 'In my ummah there would be 12 hypocrites, and they would not be admitted to paradise, and they would not smell its odor until the camel would pass through a needle's hole. Dubayla ulcer would be enough to torment them, a kind of flame of fire, which would appear in their shoulders, and it would protrude from their chest. Abu Tufail reported that there was a dispute between Hudayfa and one from the Battle of Aqaba, as it happens amongst people. He said, 'I adjure you by Allah, tell me as to how many people from Aqaba were.' The people said to him, Hudayfa, to inform him as he had asked, 'We have been informed that they were 14, and if you are to be counted amongst them, then they would be 15, and I state by Allah, that 12 amongst them were the enemies of Allah and of His Messenger in this world. The rest of the 3 put forward this excuse: we did not hear the announcement of Allah's Messenger, and we were not aware of the intention of the people, as he, the Holy Prophet, had been in the hot atmosphere. He, the Holy Prophet, then said, 'The water is small in quantity at the next station, so nobody should go ahead of me.' But he found people who had gone ahead of him, and he cursed them on that day. Jabir b. Abdullah reported that Allah's Messenger said, 'He who climbed this hill, the hill of Murad, his sins will be obliterated as were obliterated the sins of Bani Israel.' So the first to take their horses were the people of Banu Khazraj. Then there was a ceaseless flow of persons, and Allah's Messenger said to them, 'All of you are those who have been pardoned, except the owner of a red camel.' We came to him and said to him, 'You also come on, so that Allah's Messenger may seek forgiveness for you.' But he said, 'By Allah, so far as I am concerned, the finding of something lost is dearer to me than seeking of forgiveness for me by your companion, he the Holy Prophet.' And he remained busy in finding out his lost thing. Jabir b. Abdullah reported, Allah's messenger as saying, He who would climb this hill of Murad. The rest of the hadith is the same, but with this variation that it was a desert Arab who was finding out his lost thing. Anas bin Malik reported, There was a person amongst us who belonged to the tribe of Bani Najjar, and he recited Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Imran, and he used to transcribe for Allah's messenger. He ran away as a rebel and joined the people of the book. They gave it much importance and said, He is the person who used to transcribe for Muhammad, and they were much pleased with him. Time rolled on. That Allah caused his death. They dug the grave and buried him therein, but they found their surprise that the earth had thrown him out over the surface. They again dug the grave for him and buried him, but the earth again threw him out upon the surface. They again dug the grave for him and buried him, but the earth again threw him out upon the surface. At last they left him unburied. Jabir reported that Allah's messenger came back from a journey, and as he was near Medina, there was such a violent gale that the mountain seemed to be pressed. Allah's messenger said, This wind has perhaps been made to blow for the death of a hypocrite, and as he reached Medina, a notorious hypocrite from amongst the hypocrites had died. Iyas reported on the authority of his father, We went along with Allah's messenger to visit a person suffering from fever. When I placed my hand upon him, I said, By Allah, I have never seen till this day a person running higher temperature than he. Thereupon Allah's apostle, turning his face to his companions, said, May I not inform you of a severer temperature than this which these two persons would run on the day of resurrection? And they were two hypocrites riding upon the camel, turning their back towards the Muslims. Ibn Umar reported Allah's apostle as saying, The similitude of a hypocrite is that of a sheep which roams aimlessly between two flocks. She goes to one at one time and to the other at another time. Ibn Umar reported Allah's apostle saying like this, but with this change of words. She sometimes finds a way in one flock and then in another flock.